So since my baby, started reaching out for solid food, I decided to try introducing pap to her. And yes, this is me just sharing my experience and everything in between. So we actually started giving her pap at 6 months, but she had started reaching out for solid food from 3 months. Yes, if she sees you eating, if she sees you putting something in the mouth, she wants to grab it, she wants to eat it. And you know, I was just okay thinking, breast milk and formula does not cut it anymore for her. Why not introduce pap? And that was what led to us introducing pap to her. We had to wait for 6 months. You know the ideology behind children not being able to process solids until they are 6 months. So we had to wait until she was 6 months, which was last month. And this is just 2 months, the second month into introducing pap, and I want to share with you how the journey has been. So we started with, I'm actually a sit-at-home mom, so I decided to make the pap myself, and I decided to use um, millet and sorghum, the one we call gero and dawa. Yes, red dawa. I use red dawa and millet. Red dawa and millet. And if you're conversant with this, you know that this that two combination is what most mothers want to start out with before they start giving their children maize. And really, how I make the pap myself, and you know because right now I do not have um a fridge. When I make the pap, I put in here and just change the water daily, and it keeps my pap still fresh and safe to take for my baby. So when we started out newly, being that she had already started reaching out for solid food, she took it in very well, and this was what I was using to give her. You need to see this. See, she she ate this, not really eating, but when you're sucking on this, there's a tendency for it to tear open. I also decided to kukuma continue using this one because it's a lot easier for me. I just make the pap watery and pour inside here, and you know put and have her drink. But something happened just weeks back, I think a week or so back. She woke up and she didn't want to take from this again, and that made us bring out her plates and spoon. And you see this plate and spoon, it is testing my patience, it is testing everything that I know. You know why? Because I see how small this plate is. So in my mind, I want to expect that she would finish this plate of pap. So I might fill it up to this point, and this girl would just take what she wants to take. And it's crazy, but then she still takes it, so what I've just discovered is these people's belly is still small, their stomach is still small. I shouldn't be forcing my reality on them. So what I now do is I just put a little, that I'm sure that she can finish, and she takes it. Yes, she takes this pap religiously. And then yes, you know being that also I'm also adding some more solids to what she eats. I try to keep this. Initially I was doing 3 times a day alongside breast milk, breastfeeding. But recently this girl is growing and she's not even smiling. She wants to eat anything, she wants to eat everything. I now make it morning and night, and then in the afternoon there's something else, another solid I introduce in between. And most times it's a fruit or a vegetable, or potatoes or eggs, fish, just something different that I give to her. So we've been doing morning and night now for pap, and yes, she takes it. Now, does this pap really help her with sleep? you know I don't know. This journey has been one of observation, but what I've discovered is when she's very hungry at night and I feed her and bath her very hot water, press her body very well, as we're just, rounding up with wearing her nightwear and the rest, the girl is almost dozing off. She's almost dozing off. So I think, when she's full, she tends to sleep, tends to sleep and disturbs less, wakes up less than when she is not full. Yes, yes, yes. And before I even go, I do not give her plain pap. I said I'm a sit at home mom. I make this very one for her. This soya beans powder, and in here there's crayfish and groundnut. Yes, crayfish and groundnut, and she isn't allergic to any of it. Yes, she's not allergic. So at 7 months, what I do is I get a spoonful of this. Yes, and I also add some date syrup to sweeten the pap for her, because why not? Me, I cannot take pap that is not, sweetened. So I add date syrup to it and this to her pap, and she takes it well. She takes it very, 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 very well. Are you yet subscribed to this channel as a first time mom? This is Safe Haven, a community where we come to share our experiences as first-time moms and how we've been navigating, our motherhood journey. In this zone, there is no judgment. There's no judgment. There's no judging anybody. We just come here and we share all that we, have been observing with our babies. And yes, if you are a first-time mom, or you have, a child that is your first child, you can subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and get us interacting in the comments section. Yes, get us interacting in the comment section. So today I've just shared with us my routine, my experience introducing pap to my baby. Initially it was easy because she had already started accepting solids and the rest. So this is just it. And do you have a 7-month-old whom you've introduced to solids? How has the journey been? How has the experiences been? Do you mind sharing in the comment section so that we can interact and just know how far the journey has been? Yes, do well to leave us a comment in the comment section, and let's just talk about this motherhood thing, how it's been coming on. So without further wasting your time, I hope I didn't bore you with this. I hope I didn't bore you with this. So until I come your way again next time, please, the weather is hot, extremely hot, and you want to stay hydrated. These little ones need to stay hydrated too. So since you've introduced solids to your babies, water shouldn't be a thing. Give them water as regularly, as frequently as you can. Yes, give them water as frequently as you can. And I'm hopeful that we would see through this season. So with much love from me to you, first time mom, be good and take care of yourself.